So this video is gonna be about the standalone books, the ones that I love the most. And I do apparently own quite a few. Most of them apparently they're romance. I didn't know that. But in this one, I don't think I picked one that is romance. It's not my favorite genre. I don't know. If I have no idea. Yeah. Well, without further ado, this is gonna be the books that people don't talk about them so much, and they should definitely like read them. The first one, it is a bit different because it has the same author. I have so many books by it, but it is the first one that got me into reading all his books, and like the first movie that I've seen and all of that. That one, it's A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. You guys can see I have the movie edition. And this one, the girl has like leukemia, and she's a pastor's daughter, and he is a bad like rebel guy in high school, of course, both of them. And something that he does brings them together because they are in the same play, and he needs some help to like work on that play and the roles that they have. And like that, he sees who she actually is, and she sees something in him, and things change from there. It's just beautiful. If you haven't not watched the movie, you should definitely watch it. It's just beautiful. And this the movie was the one that made me read the book, and the book was the one that made me read so many other books by him. It's fast reading, beautiful writing style. It's just amazing. The next one, it is Skinny by Donna Corner. This one is actually scholastic. It is owned, like my sister bought it in school. I needed last year for Mental Illness Month to read it, and I fell in love with it. At some points it had trigger in it because it is about this girl that she's obese, but in her mind it is this girl skinny, and when she does the surgery, like even before that, but especially after she does the surgery to like help her lose weight, Skinny will still say, oh, even though you lost weight, people will still not love you and like you. But it's just beautiful and powerful, and I will use this word so many times. It's like fast reading. And here it says, hopeless, freak, elephant, pitfall. That's what Skinny used to say to her. So it's amazing. It's beautiful. You have to read it. If you need a mental illness book, read this one. But do be careful because it does have triggers in it, especially for the people with anorexia or any eating disorders, which I do have it. It was hard for me at some points to struggle with it. It was a struggle at some point, but it was still worth the reading. It's beautiful. It's worth it. Because it has beautiful ending, so it's worth it. This one, I actually got it. Sent to me by I think NetGalley, and it was beautiful. The author reached out to me and I loved it, and I think I picked it because of the cover the most. And it is You Were Here, and where is the name of the author? Oh, right here, Corey McCarthy. I hope I'm reading it right. It's a beautiful cover. It like just beautiful, guys, just beautiful. And it is about, I don't remember much the names of it. I'm not going to say the name, but it is this girl. She lost her brother, like, I think a year ago when this happens. It is like a year ago. And her friends, they come back for a kind of reunion, stuff like that. I'm not very sure, but they do try because they find his notebook, and he used to be like a rebel and try so many things, like push himself. So they find his notebook, they use it, and they go places where he used to go and try those and all of that. And then they start discovering themselves, and especially her, she finally manages to find herself because she is stuck in that place. She's literally living in his shadow. Like, it's just beautiful. It's so worth it. It's beautiful, guys. And it has at some points really nice designs in it. If I can find, it keeps on flapping. There you go. Like, it is beautiful. Look at this. It has sometimes like really nice designing, like drawings, and it's graphics. It's beautiful. It's worth reading it. You should definitely read it. It's like a mystery, a little bit like thriller. It's weird at some points, but it's different from like the genre that I used to read and that I still not read, but it is so, it was worth reading it. It wasn't like, I was thrown out of some points. I was like, why is this and why is that? It was weird for me, but then I got into it, and yeah, it has to be read. It's a book that it's amazing. This one, the author reached out to me because I read another book by him, and it was very nice of him to send me one, and it is October 32nd by Ray Rowness. This one, of course, you should read it on the Halloween. You can actually read it on the Halloween day because the writing, it is so like small, so big, I mean, and it has only like 200 pages, 224 pages. And you have flying through it. Pretty much what happens, this guy goes into a city where stuff happens. And for some reason that they keeps on going and going and going, but not repeating. It goes, like it doesn't finish because something so weird happens. So that's why it's called 32nd, because it never goes. Like it's that day never, like not even happening. It's like, and you will not even expect the ending. Like you're like, oh, so it's witches, so it's this and it's that. It's people, it is worth reading it. It's not what you will think. It's like, oh no way. But you'll love the ending. You'll love it. You'll be like so thrown out. This one is my the one that I stopped. I think I read it for the book-to-baton, and it was last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. But it's the recently one that I read out of all of this, and it is something that really, really, really touched me. And it's a guide about mental illness, but it's something that I've seen it on YouTube, and I've heard about it, and I wasn't sure if I should pick it up because I'm really skeptical about picking up a book that is mental illness, because I did, and they shouldn't be made. Some of them, they're not good because they don't know about the story. They don't know about the sickness or illness or however you want to call it. But this one really touched me so bad because it has that, like, I have contact with people that unfortunately, like, they're very close to me, that unfortunately they go through it. And it is Skeezer by Nick Shelf. At the beginning, for me, it started boring. And it was like, oh, it's gonna be just like something like, you know, fantasy. That's what I thought. And make it like, no, people. After like not even 10 pages in, I was hooked on it. It was exactly how someone, unfortunately, that has this goes through it. Like, it was on point. It was like, at some point I stopped it because first of all, I will leave the video down below to the one where I was actually reading this, and like how I reacted to it. I wasn't able to breathe anymore. Just how much I was like crying. And I think from how you read it, it feels like this author goes through it. That's how well he's informed. That's how good it is written. That's how special this book it is for me. It came across so right. Like it's beautiful. It is worth reading it. It will have triggering for you guys, especially because there are some points that they're with suicide and things like that in it. It's lots in it. This poor boy, he struggles like any person that goes through this to have a real life. But some of the things that you don't even know that they happen, and you don't know that they're not real. Some of them, you'll be like, what? And then when like everything comes down, I was like, oh, okay, like you have to read this one, guys. It's a must, but be aware of the triggers. Be careful for that. It does have triggers. It did tear me apart. I do want to read it again, but I want a break for it. It's just beautiful. So, guys, I'll show you again what I made this video so long. Like these books, they're not that many, but they're beautiful. You have to read it. So you guys let me know down below if you read any of this, if you want a review for any of this. I'll probably link down below because I think all of them I have the review for it on GoodReads. If you want me to make an actual review here, I'll do it for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye guys.